Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, all my artists, creatives, crafters, and makers. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab, and I believe this is our 7th sip and share of 2021. And I love the format. You guys are loving the format. I've gotten great feedback on all of the updates, the weekly updates. So I'm gonna stick with it. Now, as you know, we typically discuss what I'm drinking, watching, making, planning, and where I've been in the past week. Okay, so what am I drinking? The Tazo Earl Grey tea. Now, you know that I am a fan of lavender, and while this has the color lavender at the bottom, I don't think it's lavender in it. But the bergamot essence, drink in a bold, fragrant blend of black tea with bergamot essence. The bergamot essence is close enough to lavender, so I'm good with that. Now, I'm glad that I found this because I actually purchased this at the same time that I purchased the items that I hauled in last week's Sip and Share. But this came in maybe a week and a couple days afterwards. So I could not find this locally, although I originally purchased it here. That's how I found out about it. But I haven't been able to find it again. So I got it off of Amazon. Praise God for Amazon, where you can find pretty much anything you're looking for. So in this week's cup of Earl Grey tea, I have some, I think it's called Sweet Bliss or something Bliss, natural cream, some creamer. It's a sweetened cream, and it makes it heavenly. And now this tea, while I love it, it is not as good as the lavender tea that our good friend Tam from Bible Journaling on a Budget sent me. So I'm gonna drink the tea that she sent me very sparingly. When I'm having a day of all days, I'll resort to that. Now let me move on to what I'm watching. Honestly, let's see. Hubby and I watched a really good movie on Netflix called The Harder They Fall. All black cast, amazing Western. Is a Western. So now me personally, I like Idris Elba. So it wouldn't have mattered if it was a Western or a science fiction or, a documentary. I was going to watch it, okay? Now, but my husband loved the Westerns, Bonanza, that type of stuff. So this was like right up our alley. We watched that over the weekend, and then of course Law and Order. So that's in. But I think Felicia had shared with me earlier today on another YouTuber. Let me just make sure that you guys can see it. Her name is Natoya from I think she is from Vancouver. Vancouver. You know, up there, you guys, Canada. And is that British Columbia? Is that considered British Columbia? I don't wait, is it Vancouver? Anyways, but she is a artist. I wouldn't necessarily say mixed media because, well, multiple media. Let's go with that. She's a multimedia artist. So again, her name is Natoya. See, like here's a mushroom sketch, art supply haul, paint with me. She does wonderful paintings. I'm not sure if you guys can see it very well, but like that's mushrooms right there. So I plan on checking her out a little bit further. So that's what I'm watching. What am I making right now on my desk? A mess. If you saw the rest of this, you would laugh. But I forgot to create a journal. I needed to make an insert for this journal. Yeah, that's what I needed to do. So that's in fact what I'm doing. Yeah. So that's on my desk right now. And so, of course, here comes the rabbit hole, because as soon as I pulled this out, I realized that I am very low on coffee dyed and tea dyed papers. You know what I mean? So now I've got to put that on my to-do list. Actually, I need to pull my planner out and plan out this week because I got quite a bit of things going on. So I have already pulled out my coffee dye pouch, and there's not a lot in there. So I'll get to that using hubbies. Just got to be intentional about remembering to reserve the coffee and pull some papers out to. I I don't. It's not the summertime. I would, if it was the summertime, I would go ahead and lay them outside to dry. But because it's now cooler out, I'm gonna have to go ahead and throw those babies in the oven. So, what am I planning? Honestly, there are some items on. Right now, I'm looking for water soluble oil pastels because what I'm hoping is that I want to be able to do more of this, but not just with acrylic paints. I want to be able to use different types of mediums on in my journal. I'm no artist, but I do enjoy just playing around with and learning different mediums and adding to um, the supplies that I'm able to use and incorporate into my artistic expression. I'm no artist, but I do believe in the ability to express yourself artistically. I'm also looking for. So let me ask this: is anyone familiar with water soluble oil pastels? And if so, do you recommend the Prima ones, or if there's another brand, inexpensive, because I always try the inexpensive ones first just to get a gist of what how it works and what I can use it with, or drop in the comments and let me know what brand you do recommend for beginners, because I would consider myself a beginner. All right. And so there was something else that I was going to say. So that's what I'm planning on purchasing. That I also have a couple more DIY projects that I need to upload. One I need to complete, and the other one I need to edit and upload. Where have I been this week? Where have I been? All over the place in my mind. I have, well, no, actually, this past week, well, the start of the week, and hubby and I met with one of my clients to take on a new client, an introduction for a new client. So God is good. The real estate business is slowly moving along. I'm grateful. I do have a continuing education class that I need to squeeze into my week. And I just listed a new house. So that's where I've been. I've been all over the city. And Dad's doing better. They have transferred him over to a short-term nursing facility. Well, short-term physical therapy and nursing home facility, but for physical therapy, more importantly. And he is wearing my phone out, y'all. Between the text messages, the voicemails, so on and so forth. But that just lets me know he's fine. Okay, if you got time to worry me every 5 seconds, then they're doing their job over there. So amen to that. I did stop up there and come in and to check physically, for me to physically make myself present at the facility so that the people know. Yeah, there is someone that asks questions, that's going to ask questions, that's going to oversee things in the event that there's complaints lodged and so on and so forth. So that being said, he's fine. Everything's fine with that. And I am looking forward to hearing a progress report. But I didn't let him know that I went up there, because he don't need to know that anytime he has an issue that I'm going to come running, because he's just like, how kids are. My dad he's a young, able-minded, sound-minded man. Thankfully, for as long as God will allow him to be here, I'll try and do right by him and honor him. But he does test my nerves. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay, so one more thing that I'm planning is to get outside and get this chilly, aired weather into my lungs. It reminds me of home. Makes me feel like I'm back at home. Now coming up, I'll be sharing with you a couple of books that I purchased, and also the end results of one of the projects that I spoke about that I completely forgot to share with you last week. So that'll be coming up next, and then after that, a haul. Then I'll come back and wrap it on up. So in my last sip and share, I forgot to show you guys how the wooden pedestal came out. Remember I showed you how I wanted to upholster, or no, not upholster, purpose this wooden basket. It just wasn't cute, and I just wanted to paint it and just, give it the fam touch, a little bit of loveliness to it. But so if you guys can see in the back, there's these pillows on my sofa back there, right back there, and I'll bring it up close. But I was trying to pick up the colors from that. I would not be matchy, but just for my mental decorative purposes, I wanted to, try and pick up those colors in there. And I think I did a good job. On the top and the bottom is it's a coppery metallic paint, and then there's navy blue in there, and in the middle there's something like it's kind of like a brushed, it's not quite gold. It's like a pale gold, not quite nickel, not exactly pewter, but I love it. And then so painted all of the outside gray, in the bottom part of the pedestal gray, and on the inside. And then the inside had some type of tape on there. But so rather than monkey around with that, I just took some cardboard and covered it with contact paper. And then just added some seasonal decorative items in there. The pumpkin that one of my husband's clients sent it to us in a little gift basket. And then the Dollar Tree, might be Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever. And that's from the Dollar Tree. That's from Dollar Tree. And then so that's what's on my dining room table right now, along with that. So that is my October DIY. I'm not quite sure what I want to do for November. It'll probably be some type of Christmas. I'm not sure, but I want to do a repurpose or DIY, so stay tuned for that. Now let me just show you the pillow that I was referring to, which is these. Like, that's pumpkin, and this has like you see the little bit of pumpkin and that green, and then that navy is in there. So I thought I did a good job. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Now in this week's portion of the Sip and Shares haul, I wanted to share a couple of books that I purchased from a company called secondsale.com, and it's a online book resale place. You sell your books to them. Obviously they're secondhand, and they have a wonderful library of books you can choose from. And I actually went online to purchase a book for our home library. More importantly for my son, because I would like for him to know a little bit about the history of where mommy comes from. So they sent, some information. There's a wine voucher. Not bad at all. Then there's the HelloFresh came in there, a little application for Gerber Life Insurance. But the main feature is this book here. Now, this company the publishing company that makes this, which is Arcadia, an imprint of Tempest Publishing, they feature different cities, different towns in all across America, as far as I know. And it says Images of America up top, so I was correct. Now this is of the downtown of my hometown, and it has some wonderful imagery in there. Now, while I'm a fan of architecture, I really am, and I do enjoy some, nature themed things. But if I'm being honest, I'm more into architecture, buildings, cityscapes, city life. That's more so me, So I think I'm going to probably scan some of these images so that I can use them in my crafting. I know because it's copywritten, I can't reproduce it, but I can certainly use it in my stuff, I'll scan it in and print it. Now it also has some previous person's information in here. I'm gonna leave it. But okay, so I'm just gonna flip through really briefly. Fitzhugh Street. I'm familiar with all of the areas here, as I've walked these streets of many days. Obviously didn't look like that because I'm so young. As a matter of fact, I lived in my 20s. I lived about, let me see if I can find it. Let me see, Fitzhugh Ford, Oak, that's J Street, South Avenue. Where I lived, Plymouth, Washington would be the opposite way. I lived over here. I lived over here. That little area right there. But it Liberty Pole Way is the name of the street, and it was a really nice building. And I've read some of the pages in here. It's amazing the history that that you learn about in terms of how people, the social lives, and how people entertain themselves, and theaters and such. I just find it to be completely fascinating. Every one of these buildings in this book I have been in. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. So this is Main Street. Let me see. This is West Main Street. My aunt had a nail salon on this very street. You couldn't go down Main Street without passing by her salon, her storefront. The county courthouse. So yes, I'm not gonna go any further, but because I need to just like soak all of that up. But this was the book that I saw when I was looking for that. This was one of the recommended ones. This is Bicknell's Victorian Buildings, Floor Plans and Elevations for 45 Houses and Other Structures. And it's a pretty large sized book. Let's see, how big is it? It's 12 inches. And I thought it'll make, I'm definitely going to scan this in so I can use it, because the imagery I absolutely love. Like, I would love to do some like watercolor over that, not like coloring in a line type of thing, but just an artistic splatter here and there. Absolutely love it. Look at that. You could build, let me see, cost build of what, 2,000 brick, 2,500. Wow. At that time you could get yourself some nice houses. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Okay, here we go. Cottage villa designed for Sewanee Mines. Look at the features of these homes. Oh my word. It's just amazing. So I'm definitely you'll be seeing this in some of my creations. I said that I was going to scan it, but I'm not so certain that I want to do that. I really just want to, the pages are nice pages as well. Yeah. I think I might have to take it apart so that I can get like, this is adorable. Like, that would make a wonderful, nice journal page right here. So that I'm very tempted. Look at that. Gorgeous designs. And we don't see this anymore. Now, back home in Rochester, there's an area, the South Wedge area, that has a lot of the more ornate style homes. I forgot the term for it. If I remember, I'll put it. I'll pop a title on the page. Look at that. Obviously, that's built as a church. But my goodness. Yeah. You see a lot of this in the northeastern cities, the older cities, these types of designs. The newer cities, like where I live right now, it's not necessarily a newer city. So I live in a very small, older town, but the city that it's off of you don't see any of this. It's a newer city. Like, these were like maybe 1800s, I think. Late 1800s, early 1900s, I believe. Oh, isn't that nice? Even the doors were gorgeous. And then you got your bookshelves, supplementary plates. What is that? I don't know. Oh, wow. So I wanted to share that with you, because like I said, I know there's a lot of nature lovers out there, and that's what you guys, a lot of you, tend to create with. But I'm more city buildings, you know, exteriors and cityscapes. I'd like to see that more so in my journals than I would maybe a toadstool, you know, or a lily pad. I can pop a bird on here and some butterflies, but I'm just saying, I don't know the names of flowers, and I'm not that interested to learn. I'm just being honest. Me and nature, we become one when I go outside to get in my car. I'm kidding. I've done my share of camping as a youth. My son will do his, but for now, I'm just saying, in terms of like journal making, this is really what I would like to see more of in my journals, along with maybe some vintage vehicles and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy that. That's the Bicknell's Victorian Buildings, floor plans and elevations for 45 houses and other structures, along with the Images of America. Check that out. And the site is called secondsale.com. I also wanted to share with you guys this brush value pack that I picked up from walmart.com. 25 pieces for $4.95. It comes with 3 palette knives, and so you got 22 brushes and 3 palette knives of different sizes. You can't beat that. That's a value you cannot beat, and it's by Royal Langnickel. Okay, walmart.com, folks. All right, that ends this little portion. There may be more, there may be not, likely not. Anyways, stay tuned. Okay, so listen, I had stopped by Dollar Tree after leaving a client while I was waiting to pick up dinner for the family, right? And in between those 2 spots, there was a Dollar Tree, and I don't get over there very often to that particular one. So I stopped in. Shh, don't say nothing to nobody, okay? And they had a few items that I thought I could use. So now in my last haul, I showed the canvas. This one is 8 by 10. The one that I purchased before is 6 by 8. 6 by 8 there. Let's see. Bring it down. Yep, 6 by 8. So now, just so you know, I started working on this one. I may come on camera to show you when I start finishing it, but for right now, I just went on ahead and used some modeling paste along with one of the stencils that I picked up from the Sweets, which is the online shop owned and operated by our good friend Delisha of Where Baking and Crafting Meets. Love this stencil. Absolutely love it. And honestly, let me tell you something. I put part of it down last night, and I put the other part down this morning, and I did it right before Josh started class. So on the first day of the week, I typically print out his schedule, and then I'll go through each class to see what his assignments are, so we'll both have an idea of what he's working on, you know, and then he'll check them off as he completes them. But, and I said all that to say this is that I still had modeling paste on this stencil when I was done, and I left it off to the side because I needed to get the day started, because I wasn't working with a lot of time, you know. Well, I went back to it about 4 hours later. The modeling paste had dried, and I took a little dish detergent and water and washed it off. The modeling paste came off with warm water, of course, with ease, no tears, and I wasn't that gentle with it either. I was trying to get it done, get it cleaned up, and move on with my life. So anyways, so moving right along, grab her stencils. They're very durable, love them, and good impressions you get from them. So moving on with the rest of the 2 or 3 things that I purchased from Dollar Tree because I wasn't in there very long. I picked up some, it says DIY stickers, but I got these because Josh and I will be heading we got a little bit of a drive to hang out with some of one of Josh's good friends, one of the friends that he grew up with, but they moved away a little while ago. So I think it's next Saturday we'll be heading their way, and we typically get together during the holidays. Even when they were here, we would get together very often, but we would get together especially around the holiday season, because both her mom and myself are crafters, creatives, She's a member of the Maker Exchange as well, but well before the Maker Exchange, we were friends. So we haven't seen him since before the pandemic, and we are dying to get over there to hang out and see the new baby. So I purchased these. There's 5 of them in there, so there's enough for the 3 of the children and me and both the moms, and then we could use these to make cards for like the teachers and the mailman and stuff like that. And then I saw this in there. I have one to make circles with, but it's broke. Josh broke it, so I didn't get this for me. I got this for him. Not that he needs to make circles or he needs to measure the distance for anything or plot out any circumferences, in which case detectives need to, you know, check the circumference, you know, the area from the crime scene or anything like that. He just needs it to play with. Okay. They had this vinyl paper, permanent glitter. It's like a rose gold color. Let me see. Let me bring that up so y'all can see that there. It's pretty. I have no idea what I'm gonna use this for. I don't even use my Cricut like that. But I'll figure out something. If I don't do, you know what I thought? To put words on some journal covers or cut out some shapes. But I mean, I could use it for like die cuts or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I can use it for whatever. But it was $1, and it's 12 by 48, so it doesn't just have to go through the Cricut machine. You can use it however you want to. You know, who said it has to go? I mean, who said it has to go through the Silhouette and Cricut machine? Okay, so yeah, we can use it how we want to. Okay, let me let y'all see that a little bit better. The lighting in here is horrible. Pretty. Alright, and then they also had this. This is from spring, but who cares? Rub-ons. I like the mason jar and the bicycle. For some reason, it's the bicycles, the buildings, butterflies, obviously, that I'm drawn to. I love I should have got a couple of these, but I hate buying multiple. And then you've got this. Okay, I'm rambling. You see it. You guys see it, right? It's a really nice rub-on. Sometimes they work. The metallic ones, not so much. The printed ones, yes, they work a lot better than the metallic ones. Don't waste your money on the metallic ones, because for some reason the metal doesn't come off the paper, off the sticky stuff. I got myself another pen because the other one, I absolutely loved it, and I used it till there was no ink, and it didn't take long. So I should have got myself a couple of them, right? Because I will use these, definitely. Now, one other thing that I was surprised to see, very surprised to see, was this roller cutter. Because they are not cheap at the regular sewing stores. You know, sewing supply stores. Great for cutting paper, fabric, vinyl, and more. Oh, paper, really? Okay. Okay. I wonder if I could use this instead of fussy cutting. Huh? Anybody know? Yeah. But anyway, so it's this 28 millimeters. I don't know what size that is in terms of inches. It looks like it is about 1 1/8 inch of a blade. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out, but we'll try it and see. So stay tuned for that. And last but not least, Mommy got herself a treat. Because I deserved it. Don't you? Alright, that's it for today's haul. And we shall move right on along to the next bit. Alright guys, I'm thankful that you're still here. I hope that if you are new to the channel, you haven't already hit the subscribe button, that you will take an opportunity in this moment to do so. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. One more thing I forgot to tell y'all that I wanted to do was my next door neighbor. I wanted to take one of these. Hubby always has extra like wood left over from whatever project, whatever site he's working on, you know. But I wanted to take one of these and take some of the wood, maybe use some scrapbook paper or who knows, but put that on there and give that to them as a Thanksgiving gift. You know, a, a gift. A nice little gift for their home. So again, taking a wood block, maybe about that size, or maybe even well, I'm gonna say a wood block because it's a little bit more substantial and won't get broken over the years. Not painted, but use scrapbook paper of some sort, and seal it, and then lay this on the top of it, glue this to the top of it obviously, and do the same with this one, Harvest, for my, I want to say, geez, you think I would have had my light on right here, for my mail carrier. So, and then this one I'm just gonna keep because I'll probably make a cute little welcome sign for outside, but I gotta figure out, so I gotta get exterior paint for that. Anyways, so that concludes this week's Sip and Share. I hope to hear how your week was going, or how you anticipate your week to go. Is there anything new going on? Any new births, marriages, anniversaries? Who had a birthday this past week? Whose birthday is coming up in the month of November? I don't think I have any family members whose birthdays are this month. But anyways, yeah, let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods, guys. And I spoke to the new viewers, but for those who are not new to the channel, thanks so much for coming back, for your feedback, comments, and just for your overall inspiration. I do appreciate it, and it helps to keep me going and growing and glowing. Oh God, I kill myself. Anyways, guys, so now listen, until we're back here together on YouTube, stay encouraged, stay blessed, and stay creative and crafty. Bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.